Welcome back to the channel, or welcome back to Sem's journey. I'm still like kind of trying to get used to filming these intros and filming these videos. It doesn't feel supernatural just yet, but we'll get there with time, as with anything, you know. Still just fucking figuring it out as we go. And staying with the theme, I don't necessarily know what I want to speak about today, but one thing I do know is that I'm going to record one of these videos every week. I want to do one every Friday, record it on the Friday and try and get it out. One thing that's been interesting is trying to like figure out the best way to slot this new thing into my current routine, because it's like it's a little bit it's different, isn't it? And I find whenever I try and record these videos, I get a little bit nervous. Like I find it hard to find the right words. I feel a little bit like I don't know what to say. Like it's a little bit nerve wracking. But I feel like that's something that you'll get with anything new. When you're doing anything new, you feel a little bit nervous about doing it, or a little bit worried because you don't really know what you're doing. Like, you know, some people get real anxious about doing things they've never done because they have no idea what they're doing, or they don't feel like they're good enough to do the thing. That's kind of how I feel now. Like I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. Like, you kind of just gotta just record and see what happens, innit? That's basically what I'm doing now. One thing with these videos is they feel like a really nice way to sort of learn to explain myself in a concise way, because it's like there's a bit of a balance to try and strike. I've got to try and keep the videos relatively short, because I had some previous videos on my channel when I was doing Moving to Mars, and those videos were like 20 minutes long, and I was just blabbering, and who's going to watch that? Like, I was getting bored watching it, and it's just me watching myself. So it's like I've got to try and make the videos short, and trying to like express yourself in the most concise way possible on a consistent basis is actually quite difficult. Like, it's quite an interesting thing, because it's like you'll explain something to yourself, or you'll say something to yourself in your head in a certain way, but trying to get it out into words in a way that's how you want it to be, like in a way that is how you mean it, it's quite difficult. I'm sure everyone's been in a situation where you've thought something in a certain way, mean it in a certain way, but trying to say it is a real challenge. And that is kind of what these feel like, you know? But I welcome it. I welcome the challenge. It's fun. I actually really enjoy doing these videos. That's why I want to do them so regularly. I really, really thoroughly. I do really, really enjoy doing it. I think it's a fun exercise. As you can see, there is no real, like, there isn't much of a point to this video. I'm fucking figuring it out, but yeah, like one of the challenges is like trying to consolidate my thoughts from the week and bring them into the video and expand on them in the way that I thought of them at the moment. I know it's a bit of a weird way of putting it, but I don't really know how to put it any other way. But like, yeah, with these videos, it's trying to record and do it in a way that feels really authentic to me, and in a way that is enjoyable. But I think being authentic is the most important thing, to be honest. I think just doing it in the most natural way and not forcing anything. Like, one thing I've been doing is I've been recording these videos, and then just like, because so I have to give myself, so like if I want to do this regular, I want to do this for the rest of my life basically, or for the very foreseeable future, for very long future. And if you want to do anything consistently, there has to be some kind of routine to it. Like, you have to have some kind of schedule. You can't just do it as and when you feel. Well, some people can. For me, I'm going to speak for me. Shouldn't speak generally, but I speak for me. If I want to do something and make sure that it's something that is in my routine and I do consistently, I have to set dedicated time to do that, to do said thing. And said thing, in this case YouTube, cannot take away from the other areas of my life and the other areas that I'm focusing on that are in my routine as well. And for me, like, I have to give that little bit of time and hold myself accountable to actually do it. You know, as simple as that sounds. Like you say, I'm going to spend... So for me, I spend 2 hours. 2 hours on a Friday recording, editing. I do a little bit of editing elsewhere, but it's not like the videos take much to edit. But I spend 2 hours. And that 2 hours is now in a permanent part of my routine. It's going to stay there. And that's when I'm going to do these videos. And that way, it doesn't interrupt any other areas of my schedule. It doesn't interrupt the other things that need focusing, but it gives it that dedicated time to focus on this thing to make sure that it gets done. Yeah, this video is just kind of going to be a mishmash of random thoughts, to be honest. So there's not much of a concise point here. But I'm enjoying doing these videos. They are a challenge. As you can tell from here, I'm trying my best. I will see you next week. I'm doing this every week. And hopefully, like, you'll see me get better at it. I don't know. We'll see in it. Bye.